Okay, so let's begin practicing. This session, we are going to actually do some new music and not just the Demon Slayer song, because what we were saying yesterday about having something feel like it's missing, I feel like we need to have practices where we explore the words we already sort of know, but we don't know the meaning to the words. So what that means is I need to build my vocabulary. Building my vocabulary is probably the best thing I can do as a musician right now. At my stage especially, I feel like I have a lot of words where I just have no idea what they mean. And what I mean by that is like I can play a lot of things, but I just don't understand what degrees they are and how they relate to each other, the intervals between them, basically all the stuff that we've talked about previously. So I feel like I would not be happy just focusing on one song. But so every other day we'll switch. We'll stay with Demon Slayer. Basically on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, we will practice Demon Slayer. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we will practice something we already know. So it's like a word that we know how to say already. Like, I don't know if this is going to be in the right key, probably not, but bum 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 bum. Like I can say that, I can sing it, but I don't know what the relationships between all those pitches are as a whole. I mean, I can actually, I feel like theoretically, if I just stop and think about it, I can figure it out like decently quickly. What key is that? We did F sharp minor, really? Let's just go to the original key. It should be 4, not 1, my bad. It's the harmony that I don't know. I thought it was that, but I guess I'm just really bad at F sharp minor. That's not correct. So transposition is like sort of your test of two things, whether or not you're good at the key, like you know the key well enough, and whether or not you actually fully understand what's happening. Because if you can transpose it, theoretically, you know what it is. Like it shows that you know, or at least have a good understanding of what the degrees are and what the harmony is relatively in relative pitch, I guess. But sometimes you can do it off of muscle memory, which is like a cheat to the test. I feel like sometimes I do it off of muscle memory, like intuitive guessing, basically, with my right hand. Most of the time it's intuitive guessing, I think. What I actually realized about intuitive guessing is like, it seems like my hand is just an extension of my voice. It's like, it's as if my hand is trying to become my voice in matching a pitch. So it's like, it is what I said it was back then, which is basically you're intuitively trying to figure out the intervals, but somehow thinking about it in terms of like what your voice does, but it's just like a less accurate version of your voice. It's it's like becoming a part of you in the sense that you have like a intuitive nature of what to do going up and down when you hear a pitch, for instance. I don't know, that framework or that seeing it that way makes me feel like there's something in there that makes it makes me understand what it is more and can help with it. I don't know. I don't know. Half of the things I feel like I'm saying these days are like just me being mad, and that's why this playlist is titled the way it is. Anyways, so that's like a word or a phrase or measure or a phrase that I want to get used to and analyze deeply today and just like really know it, like really genuinely know it fully, understanding its full meaning, and not just like being able to play it, because I think my hand really does just remember the shape of the melody rather than actually knowing what I'm playing, which is interesting. It's like a whole other set, a whole other, I guess, set of theory regarding like relative pitch, but it's like relative technique in a way. So relative muscle memory. So if you can play the distances, technically, if you just remember really well physically and you have very good spatial awareness, you can transpose and play things perfectly as well. Just pure spatial shift compared to actual theoretical shift. And that's like, yeah, that's a whole other thing. But we'll use the staff as, actually I feel like maybe we should bring it up and do listening, because we usually try to do it with the staff. And the key issue to why back then I feel like, even though sometimes I did like theory analysis on some songs, I don't retain any of it because I feel like the structure is very loose. I used to use the number system, so I'd be like, oh, 5, 1, 3, and so on. But I feel like that's so easy. It's so easy to forget a set of numbers. But when I've been doing, for instance, I've only started practicing yesterday for Demon Slayer, but I know what it is on the visualizer. It's red square, then magenta circle, red square again, triangle, yellow triangle, back to magenta circle, and then purple triangle. Like I know it intuitively, but if I told myself to try to remember like 3, 2, 3, 5, 2, 1, I feel like there's less meaning behind that compared to like the shapes. So I feel like this really is the key to a lot of things. But anyways, I'll I mean, that's only one word. If I were to continue. But that's basically what I just pointed out there. And I feel like there's like a level of intuition that just matches really, really well when I see this in my head. It's like the information stays in my head when I'm playing the piece in my head as well. Compared to like if I were to use 5, 1, 3, I feel like the information is so loose. It just like falls out of me so easily. But if I visualize it here as well, like I think it'll be easier. I haven't really fully tested it yet, but like even seeing it now, it's something about it clears it up. I don't know how this is working so well, but it is working like far better than the number system when it comes to like theoretical analysis in my brain. It just like I can hold it better visually it just is more distinctive. I think that's literally it. That's the simplest reason I can come up with. It's just visually more distinctive, and it showcases the intervallic, the spatial, the true space behind things as well. And I feel like that's so important. I feel like seeing it in the staff, it looks way too similar. Everything looks too much of the same. It's so hard to tell things apart. I think that's like the number one flaw of the staff is that everything literally looks the same. And that's why so many people have trouble with sight reading. But when you have things that look visually different, and they also should be like pitches that are different, like feel different, it just matches so well. And something about this, it feels like I can now build my vocabulary and actually keep it, because I don't know, I just have like a extra information that I can actually hold on to, that's like easier to hold on to compared to just like saying numbers. But I guess the hard part is, how do you communicate this to someone else without saying the numbers, right? If you were to like try to say, oh yeah, the melody is 5 1, even then it's kind of confusing, because like 5 1, you mean that way down, or 5 1 as 5 and then going up, right? So I think the easiest way to communicate what something is just sing it. Just be like, oh, so it's ba ba ba, like just sing it, and then that carries way more information than the numbers do. In fact, they should be attached to the numbers or this. So it should end up being the same thing if you're communicating to someone with relative pitch skills. Anyways, I just really like how connected everything feels now. And I'm about to stop talking to practice. Let's do this. Was I not playing that?
funny Valentine.
It doesn't seem right though. You know, the cool part about minor keys actually is that I don't hear the solfege. Like, I don't really hear the solfege at all. This is pure me using my visualizer now, which is really good. It means I didn't establish the solfege well enough in the minor key, in the minor context, so I can actually start fresh in minor keys. That's actually quite relieving. Okay. Thinking about it, this is somewhat also building vocabulary. pretty sure that was overtime. Oh, no. We have 40 seconds. Let's sing. This part is kind of weak. I always feel a little uncertain about this, like what I should be actually doing, but I know I should be doing some level of this. I feel like I should be singing like songs that I know, maybe. Da ba 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 da. Da 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 da. Huh. I can feel it strengthening my understanding of at least the first three notes in the minor scale. And the distances between the 3 and 2 as well. Like having that as a half step, I can hear the intervals a lot better now that I'm like looking at this at the same time. I find that so interesting how that works. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Mom, mom, mom. So, yesterday and before that, I think I was focusing more on the piano itself, which is not a bad focus, but I think I really do feel like while practicing with this, there's something about this that's better than the piano. And it's because the piano also it's very hard to distinguish between notes. Even when I'm used to it, it's like it still feels similar visually because it's just black and white keys, right? But when I look at this, there are different shapes at different distances that are very obvious, and colors. And it's somehow so much. I feel like I understand something here that I don't understand something here. And I think it's important to. I feel like people don't need to use this, but having something that like where it makes the spatial differences obvious, as well as it makes each note distinctive, Those are like the two combos that are necessary, I think, for any good visualization system for relative pitch. Like it has to have those two things. If it doesn't, then it's a bad system. Of course, I don't know. I'm sure plenty of people have used systems that defy what I just said and have used it well. So I don't know. I'm just making assumptions. Let's keep going. Deep listening. Supposed to do a random song. I don't know. A Ghibli song. There's gonna be copyright issues for sure. Let me get to mine. Yeah. Why must technology be so inconsistent? Ow. What the hell? I hear piano music. So I think for deep listening, I'm gonna actually consider this both. I feel like I should just call it active listening. So I talked about this today in one of my videos for my second channel. I started listening to Japanese podcasts more deeply or more actively. And what that means earlier I said try to absorb blah 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 and don't apply techniques. I'm gonna erase that. I feel like it is a waste of time. Let's sing. Auditory input and output. I think this will be a much better use of my time, even though it's literally just for 5 minutes. By singing, I am creating new building blocks and showing that I understand what I'm listening to. Even if I don't fully understand the meaning, and maybe I might eventually like be able to do it like on the spot, but for now, singing will help reinforce auditory input, auditory output, and I'm practicing both. And I think that's the best way of actually actively listening. Based on my experience with learning Japanese. But I do think the two correlate, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Bum bum, bum bum bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum bum Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da-bum-bum. Bum-bum. I notice I never sing arpeggios much, do I? I'm having a hard time actually singing them. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Let's start over. I feel like active listening does not need to be this long. Usually a song is less than 5 minutes. But I guess listening to it multiple times is helpful. Anyways, let's go ahead and... I'm supposed to use intuitive guessing and knowing. Fine. I wrote it down. I should practice it. I much prefer using relative pitch. Let's find the key first. I'm not hearing it today. John. I can't hear it. Ma. I've already played through this once. I don't understand why my fingers are still confused. I've heard that song before, but I'm not super familiar with it. This is my first time playing it, I believe, unless I sight read it at some point. But okay, let's move on. Execution and arrangement is next. I don't actually like playing with earphones on, to be honest. Execution and arrangement. I don't do enough walking. I need to walk more. Build vocab collection analysis on known songs. Oh, that's up next. Execution and arrangement. What am I supposed to do here? Technique toolbox practice. I think let's just. I don't even know if I got the chords right. It's the issue with intuitive guessing. I was just guessing. I didn't even actually verify. Man, I almost feel like I don't need to practice intuitive guessing. It makes me feel like I suck, but I feel like there's something there. Like I feel like I should. sure that end chord is wrong. I'm doing something wrong there, but yeah. I know this is simple, but I should practice it. I should make it so that it's flawless, basically. But I want to try like one more technique. Mm. Okay, whatever. I'm tired. Okay. The reason I put execution first was so I can use whatever technique stuff I want to practice in whatever I'm about to do. But it's so basic that I feel like there's not really a point. Should I? I don't think I should use that. I feel like I should just hear it instead of using the staff or sheet music. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I think we're gonna spend time mostly with the first phrase, and that's it. That's fine. I mean, it's a really good phrase. The circle needs to be more magenta. I need to create like a better version of this. I feel like I'm using it enough to the point where it justifies me creating a better version instead of this janky thing that I wrote on and drew. Which one is it? Holy shit. I think I might have been playing it wrong this whole time. Yep, there's no accidental there. Yeah, I've been playing it wrong this whole time. How did I not notice that? Holy crap. I'm feeling like I need to move. Like I've been sitting all day working on audiobook stuff. But it's hot. Okay, let's just keep going. Yes, I can see it for once. I can see what's happening. It makes a lot of sense. I can see it on the piano too. What a lovely phrase. The cool thing about this is that it actually modulates to like 3 different keys in the piece. I'm kind of forgetting it. Usually it's try not to rely too much on the fact that I already know it somewhat. I should have really... Well, let's break down the harmony too, because yeah, we need a better way to break down the harmony. I actually think what I said before about having this basically be both treble and bass clef is unnecessary. I think for the purposes of playing by ear, having the bass clef literally just be one symbol makes sense. And then just having the bottom note indicated. So for instance, this one is simply orange triangle. But it's a 7th of orange triangle, so we would probably have a 7th indication there. But if it were an inversion, then we just put it like over a different color. I actually am forgetting this right here is not, this implies harmonic minor. So technically it's a major instead of, so it's like yellow square instead of yellow triangle. we can just use numbers, it's fine. So it's 4-5-1, 4-5-1 from the minor key. This one's like most obviously in minor, but I like to still see it as orange triangle, yellow square, and then purple triangle. It's actually very interesting to look at this in a minor framework. You don't really notice it as much when you just look at a piano, but like there are certain things that inform me about the minor framework that feels different now. Like I somehow am able to understand something that I think I didn't understand before. And I think subconsciously it's just the distancing, especially here, is very notable, and here. I feel like where these two half steps lie, like, inform so much of music. There's something about it that just feels very special. And I think for the major key, it's obvious because it's built into C major. So you can sort of, you get an intuitive feel of it when you play C major. But I think the thing about minors is that I'm very used to playing C minor and not A minor. So I never got the chance to get used to the difference right here for the minor structure. And I think that's a mistake. I think I should be playing more A minor stuff to get a sense of it. Okay. Actually, it does do A minor at a certain point. But I feel like I'm cheating now. It's like somehow I had to just do it from scratch, even though I already knew it, which was like this very interesting, confusing process in my head. I was like, wait, I know this, but I'm actually, for now, I mean, for real knowing it now, like actually breaking it down and feeling it and seeing it. It's also quite different from now I actually have to like figure out that this is the 4 of A minor. Like I need to create that key structure in my head. I don't have it yet for A minor, which is hilarious. Like, why do I not have it for A minor? Of all minor keys, not to be used to. I'm so used to C minor, it's so strange. it. I don't know it at all. This is crazy. I know that to be correct because I know it to be correct, but based on just pure hearing, I don't think I would have been able to get that without listening to it multiple times. But I like how, that's obviously the 4-5-1 of the major. So I sort of can see it here easily. But in the minor context of things, it would be called different numbers. But it's the same contour. And I think there's some beauty in that. I don't know, something about it just feels right. We've been doing transposition. What other key should we do? Let's actually do a key that isn't part of the song. Okay. I don't know, F sharp minor intimidates me, man. It's just the relative of A major, but it still intimidates me. Thinking about it, I didn't even analyze the melody. I just knew that the major or minor chord. No, I misclicked. How do I click through this thing? What? Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. I think I need a version of this where I see more keys. I think this isn't large enough, especially when it comes to a minor key. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that, actually, I think all I need is to have. Actually, let me see. Yeah, I think maybe it is enough, but it would be nice to have like just two more right here and two more right here. Or maybe three more right here. Or two more. I don't know. I just feel like it'd be nice to have more. Maybe I don't need it. Maybe I'm being excessive. Anyways, I'm very tired. I think I'm just gonna call it a day. I need to get back to making my original too, so. But this practice was good. I feel like this is what we should be doing more, is just covering what we already know and assigning it meaning, or, basically just learning the theory. That's literally it. I'm just learning the theory and solidifying it in my head and making it part of my vocabulary list. So if I ever heard this pattern, bum 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 bum, then I know that it's the thing going up that I just played. Am I already off key? No, I'm fine. Okay, but I think I still need to improve. I don't think that's enough to actually add it to my vocab list, like for certainty. I think that wasn't enough time, and I might have spent too much time talking. And also thinking about the harmony aspect of things. Which is important because the harmony is what informs. It's part of the vocab. You cannot separate the word from the harmony. Like, at least when it comes to this song. If a different song is using the same melodic structure and a different harmony with it, then of course, then that's like different. But it's like a very similar word, but like just a different word. Like a synonym almost, I suppose. Okay. That's it for this.